How's it going, everybody? This is Blue Maloo. You guys can just call me Aaron. I don't really care. Anyway, this is the in-depth video that I was promising everybody under that one iFunny meme. So, without further ado, let's get right into the collection. Alright, so over here, let's start here and just go down the row. This set here is from 2003. This is actually the first set that I ever remember having as a kid. It's called the Zonic Striker, I think. Something like that, Zonic Strike. Really old 2003 set from the Jerome Racer's theme. Great set. You can actually pull it back and it'll like drive by itself. I mean, you have to kind of do it a little bit. Like, yeah. Anyway, that's a mini version of this. That's like a polybag set. I think it's 20th anniversary edition Lego Star Wars. This one definitely is. That's 20th anniversary Pod Racer, Anakin's Pod Racer. I have all the 20th anniversary edition sets, other than the like the battle scene ones, but I hardly even count those. That's the new Y-wing that came out not too long ago. I got that from the Lego store. It was like $70. I really love the new snowtroopers. Like, I love how they look. I think they look pretty solid. Then we got Poe in there. That is the General Grievous Starfighter from like 2006 or 7. That's a set that I always wanted as a kid. Now this set here is one of my favorites that I have right now. That's the 1999 Sith Infiltrator with the classic Darth Maul. When you think of Lego Darth Maul, like that's what comes to mind. You know, that's like old school Lego Darth Maul, and I love it. Great set. I got that recently. These are all the 20th anniversary edition Lego Star Wars minifigures. I have every single one of them. This is all the ones that you can get. This one here you can only get at the Lego store as a promo. Like, that you can't find him in stores anywhere. You had to go to the Lego store and spend over like $70 to get him, and that's what I did. Actually, this set here was part of that purchase to get old Ben Kenobi. But we got Luke Skywalker, Ben Kenobi, we got Princess Leia, Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, and a good old Darth Vader. So, and this is the, you know, iconic Lego brick that Lego has on all their bags and stuff. I just have that sitting there. There's another 20th anniversary edition set. I forget what it's called, but it's an old set from like 2008 or 9. This is the 10th anniversary edition Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. I actually have Darth Vader in here, I think. He doesn't have a cape though. The guy who sold me this forgot to send me the cape, but that's alright. So this is one of the first Lego Star Wars sets I ever had as a kid. And this was the first set that I bought out of this entire collection. Like, when I got back into the Lego hobby, like this is the first set that I bought because I wanted it back so badly. Moving on, we have the 20th anniversary edition Slave 1. This is the only Slave 1 that I have right now, but I plan on getting them all at some point in the future. In my opinion, this is like one of the best looking Boba Fett's we've ever had in Lego. We have 4-LOM and the other guy, I forget his name, and Han Solo. And way back here, we have Han Solo and Carbonite. I think that's really good looking. Lego did a good job designing that. And right here, this is my one UCS set that I have right now, the new Lego Yoda. I'm pretty sure you can only get him at Target. I could be wrong, but this guy took me a few hours to build. I was pretty involved. And the way he's built is like there's a frame on the inside, and you build each side to the UCS set. You know, as you go along, there's like 13 bags, and you build the head like towards the end, and then like the lightsaber is like one of the last things you do. But you just basically attach like all the sides to it. But you know it's a UCS set if you have the plaque. If you have the plaque, then it counts as a UCS set, in my opinion. It doesn't say UCS on the box, but I mean, if you have the plaque, it's a UCS set, in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna move down here to my ships. More of my ships. This is one of the, pretty sure that's the only microfighter I have right now. I'd like to get all of them at some point and have like a dedicated shelf for all the microfighters. I'd like to start getting the brick heads too. That set there is just kind of a random set that I bought with, I believe, this set. Because on Bricklink, some guys have a minimum purchase, and I just, needed more money to spend to get a certain set, so that's why I have that. It's just, just kind of there. These are both of my Anakin's Jedi Starfighters. This is the new one from like last year, I think, and then this is the old one from 2008. So I have both of them. Personally, I kind of like this one more. I just think it looks better. Think it has a better stance, but I love this one for nostalgia reasons. And you can actually see the difference between the Anakins. You have the classic Clone Wars looking Anakin, then you have, new Anakin. New R2-D2 looks good. Old R2-D2 looks good too, in my opinion, but I think this one looks a little bit better. Looks a little more accurate. Here we have the Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, whatever, A-Wing, with that new bounty hunter, whatever her name is. I'm still getting versed on the sequels because honestly, I like them the least out of all the Star Wars movies, but I still, like them because they're Star Wars, but they're definitely not my favorite. So it's going to take me a while to get used to all that stuff. I got this as a Christmas present a couple years ago. Actually, before I got back into the Lego hobby. This is Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor. Great set from 2018. This is the TIE Defender. I forget what it's called. It's some kind of new TIE fighter ship from the sequels. That's got a Death Trooper in there, or whatever his name is. I forget what that's called. I mean, I'm probably triggering a ton of people right now, but I'm just not good with the sequels right now. But so I don't know. We have Poe Dameron there and BB-8. So that's pretty cool. This is my one Lego Overwatch set, and poor Widowmaker's taking a nap over here. Let me just set her down right here. So that's my one. I was another set that I got just to meet the minimum purchase amount. We got the Death Star cannon. We've got the Freako Speeder from like 2010 or 11. That's another set I had as a kid that I wanted really badly. Duel on Mustafar. Got that recently. I got Obi-Wan's hut. I have it closed up just for more storage. You have another 20th anniversary edition set right here. It's a pretty good one. I think the Walker's nice. Scout Trooper's nice. We have the Duel of the Fates from 2001 or 2001. It's a new set, recent set. It's from Episode 1, is what I meant to say. It's a good set. You got another Darth Maul there without his hood. That is a Hero Factory figure from like 2010. That's Explode. Pretty sure he's complete. I don't remember if he had a chest piece or not, but it's one of my snow speeders. That's the 20th anniversary edition snow speeder. Alright, we're going to move on down to the next shelf. These are all my Hero Factory guys that I have complete right now. Well, except for him on the end there, but these are all the original lineup of the Hero Factory buildable figures. So we got Preston Stormer here. We've got William Furno, Duncan Bulk, I believe, Natalie Breeze. I forget his name, and I forget his name as well. And we have Next 2.0. All of these guys I rebuilt from my Bionicle bags here that I have. I have 2 grocery bags filled up with Bionicle parts. Eventually, I'm going to sort through all of these, and I'm going to build all the figures that I have in here, and I'm going to put them on display, and I will post an update video at some point with all of them complete. As you can see here, I have some guys that I started working on. Like this is one of the like 2.0 figures. I think it's like Furno 2.0 or something like that. I've got tons of just Bionicle parts here. I just need sorted. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So anyway, that's that. And these are probably my prized possessions right now as far as Lego goes. Like, I've wanted these sets since I was a little kid, and I finally have them. By the time I wanted to get into Lego as a kid, like, these were already expired. These are from 2003, so I was like 5 when these came out or something like that. I'll be 22 here in a few weeks to put that into perspective. But these are Orient Expeditions. These came from the Lego Adventurer line, and I absolutely adore this theme, like probably more than Star Wars, honestly. And I've actually kind of taken a break from collecting Star Wars, and I've been focusing on getting these sets. These boxes back here are sealed. These are in pristine condition. These are in the same shape that you would have gotten them at the store. Like, they're not sun faded. They were stored in bins for years from the seller that I got these from, and I will never open them. They are staying sealed for as long as they're in my possession. I will never open those boxes back there. But these ones actually, these were also in sealed boxes, but the boxes were in kind of rough shape. So what I've been doing is I've been buying 2 of each one. So I started with Passage of Junchi here. I bought 2 of those. I bought 2 of Tigera's Roars, and I bought 2 of the Secret of the Tomb. And I have the other Yeti's Hideout on the way, but I'm still waiting on that one. That's the one that's coming. I'm going to open, unless it's in better shape than that one. Then I'll decide from there. But yeah, I plan on purchasing every single Orient Expedition set, and I'm going to have an entire section of shelf dedicated to that. So I'm pretty excited. And it came with a card game here. I don't know how the card game works, but I thought that's pretty cool. Like, I love this theme. This is probably my favorite Lego theme. Like, no joke. Like, Star Wars is like up there, obviously, but this theme here is probably my favorite. Another close second is Knight's Kingdom. I actually have the figures in there. They're actually incomplete. They're missing a few pieces. I've had those stored away for a long time, and some of the pieces are missing. But anyway, actually I have Jaco back there. That's another one that I have. Need to find his helmet though. Back here I have another Hero Factory guy and a Lego Castle catapult that's not done. So as for the bottom shelf, there's not much to talk about. It's just empty boxes. I keep every box from my Lego set that I buy because I'm weird, I guess. But I guess another reason I keep them is because if I ever decide to sell a set, I'll have the box for it. And a lot of people like to have the box with their Lego set that they buy on Bricklink or eBay or whatever. So I keep my boxes around. They're just empty, sitting on the shelf. I'd like to find another spot to put these at some point and free up more space for more sets in the future. But for now, they reside on the bottom shelf. And there's my other Orient Expedition boxes. These are all empty, and they don't have anything in them. These are all my instruction manuals. I have just a whole stack of them sitting here from all the sets that I bought that have, instructions with them, which is most of them. So, without further ado, or however you end things, that is my Lego collection. This is only a few months of collecting. So I don't have a whole lot right now, but I plan on buying more. I buy Lego sets all the time, so I'm gonna keep buying and keep building, and the collection's gonna keep on growing. So sorry if this video was a little longer than you were expecting, but I'm gonna try to post this on iFunny, so the people who liked that comment can see this and get a closer look at my collection. This is going to keep growing. I actually have a giant tote full of Lego bricks that I'm going to sort through, and I'm going to put a lot of them in those shoebox bins there, which I need to buy more of. I know I'm going to need more of them, but that's my collection. Oh yeah, there's my Stormtrooper clock. I forgot to talk about him, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video off. I'll probably post this on YouTube as well, see what happens, I guess, but I'm going to try to put it on iFunny first. If it doesn't work, then, watch it on YouTube, I guess. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later.